The PGA Tour announcing sanctions against players competing overseas in London this morning. Simultaneous to you receiving this memo, the players listed below are being notified that they are suspended or otherwise no longer eligible to participate in PGA Tour tournament play, including the President's Cup this fall. This also applies to all tours sanctioned by the PGA Tour, the Korn Ferry Tour, PGA Tour Champions, PGA Tour Canada, and PGA Tour Latino America as well. As you know, players listed below did not receive the necessary conflicting event and media rights. And 17 players listed on this memo. As we see here as well, the releases, they did not apply for releases at all. And their participation in the Saudi Golf League LIV Golf event is in violation of our tournament regulations. The same fate holds true for any other players who participate in future Saudi Golf League events in violation of our regulations. Also, in accordance with PGA Tour tournament regulations, the players who have resigned their memberships will be removed from the FedEx Cup points list when the official statistics are released at the end of the RBC Canadian Open. With more, we bring in Todd Lewis. Todd, you've been following this story as well. Your reaction to the PGA Tour handing down sanctions this morning?
Well, I thought that memo to the players by Jay Monahan was very well written. It definitely handed out the toughness that the PGA Tour is going to stand on, disciplinary action, but at the same time gave those players that are still with the PGA Tour ownership of the tour and having them understand that, this is, according to the memo, that this is a money-grabbing event and you're a part of a legacy tour here. So I thought that was very well crafted by the PGA Tour and Jay Monahan. This is not surprising. I've been hearing this for quite a while now, that any player that goes over there and plays in this LIV Golf Tour, as soon as they hit a ball, that they are going to be suspended. Now we know how long that suspension is. It seems to be indefinite. As Rex was talking about, some may get a longer suspension if they continue to play out there. But if it's indefinite, it's indefinite. There's no time limit on how long the PGA Tour is going to keep these players away from their tour as long as they keep participating in LIV Golf. I will say there have been a number of prominent players on the PGA Tour who have been waiting for this day. Those players and their management teams were very, very curious as to what the PGA Tour was going to do in regards to disciplinary action if they go play LIV Golf, and that very much would sway their decision on which tour they would play. So this is a pivotal day for those players in deciding which direction they're going to go with their career.
Todd, you spend a lot of time texting and talking to the best players in the world about their schedule, about their hopes and dreams in this game. How much has this conversation dominated your conversations with players?
It's when I arrive at a tournament and I'm out there with Rex Hoggart, we've been following this for a long time, and both of it, he probably will agree with me. We're there to cover a tournament, but there's also this sideshow of what's happening outside the ropes with these entities trying to pull the best players in their direction. Actually, the PGA Tour, trying to keep their best players. It's been a big distraction, not only for us in covering it, but obviously for the players as they try to go through this process of deciding where to play and what to do. Do they chase the money or do they stay with the PGA Tour and its legacy? It's been interesting. I want to point out that I have reached out to a couple of prominent agents that represent the two biggest stars of LIV Golf. Now, those players are competing right now outside of London. The biggest is Phil Mickelson. I reached out to Steve Loy, who is Phil's longtime manager. He was actually his coach at Arizona State when Phil was playing golf there. And I asked Steve, who represents Sports 5, if he would give us a comment in regards to the PGA Tour's disciplinary action. He said, quote, Sports 5 will have no further statement at this time regarding our client, Phil Mickelson. I also reached out to David Winkle, who is the agent for Dustin Johnson, representing Hamburg Sports. And now you have to understand, Dustin Johnson has resigned from the PGA Tour, but according to that statement today, Dustin Johnson, even though he's no longer a member, can no longer play as a sponsor invite on the PGA Tour. David Winkle said, I'm sorry, Todd, but I have no comment on the matter. And thank you, and I hope you understand. So these agents now and these players are quiet. But they have, from what I've been hearing and talking to agents, they are now going to gather with the assistance of LIV Golf and likely go to court and file a suit against the PGA Tour for these actions that the tour did today. So this is likely, very likely, headed to a courtroom probably very, very soon.
Todd, I've been struck by a couple of things in March, how sober and serious the commissioner, Jay Monahan, was when addressing these issues and how he would do what was in the best interest of the tour. Also, the strength of his language in this memo, players turning their backs on the PGA Tour. So I ask you this, do you think that the deeper the involvement of the players in LIV, the number of events that they play, the greater suspension that they could be facing?
Well, yes. I mean, all the cards are in the PGA Tour and the commissioner's hands right now. He can see this as something that's detrimental to the tour and basically has free reign to do what he wants to do. And ultimately, according to the golfers that are playing at LIV Golf, a courtroom is going to decide this. I mean, I want to echo what Brandon was saying, too. Right now, this is a glorified exhibition. And yes, it is interesting right now because it is happening and it has disrupted the world of golf. But you know, this tour does not have a television contract. It does not have a network. For fans who are interested in looking and watching these players play, it's very difficult for them to find. So from a consumer perspective, it's kind of illegitimate until it has a network. And until a network signs on with them, that they're going to be that way. And a network signing on to this tour, that's a risk for them. That's a PR move. Not only that they have to, you know, they will hear the responses because where the money is coming from, but also it's going to be difficult for them to gather sponsors to make money off of that TV deal that they signed the rights for with LIV Golf. And another thing, too, that we can think about, this is costing LIV Golf a lot of money. Now, I've heard this is an endless fountain of money. I've heard this on the PGA Tour and covering this for a while. But just look at this one event. There's a $25 million purse. The appearance fees for the players just in this event is probably anywhere from $15 to $20 million, and that could be conservative. There's the television costs, there's the build-out they have. So this is probably a $60 million tournament with no title sponsor and no TV network. If this continues on and they don't have these things that I just mentioned, a TV network and a title sponsor, you're talking about close to, after next year, $500 million that LIV Golf will be spending and this investment fund. They may be shrewd, but are they smart enough to say, let's continue to do this and without getting a return on their investment? I don't know. You know, this may die on the vine. So there's a lot of things that are happening here with this decision by the PGA Tour. And ultimately, a court, I think, is going to decide where these players are going to be able to play. And right now, the PGA Tour feels very strong about their stance, and these players and LIV Golf feel strong about their stance. So we'll see.